Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Student Leader Information Session video. My name is Rachel. I use she, her pronouns, and I am part of the Student Leader Recruitment and Selection Committee. We are so excited that you're interested in applying for a student leader role, and hopefully through this video, you'll find out a little bit more about each of the roles and find one that you're interested in and wanting to apply for. A little bit about what we're going to talk about in this video today, and please feel free to pause at any time or to take any screenshots of the slides because there's going to be a lot of different information thrown at you. Even feel free to grab a notepad and a pen and take some notes too. But how this video will be structured is first, I'm going to start off the video by going through our application timeline and giving you some more important information about that. The biggest deadline that you will need to keep your eye out for, and please make sure to mark this on your calendar, is that the student leader application for all roles is due March 14th by 11:59 p.m. Please mark this on your calendar. It's an important date, and we hope to have your application by that date and time. Not only will I be going through the application timeline, but you're actually going to get to hear from some student leaders and members of these different teams, and they will be explaining each of the various student leader roles to you. So you'll get a chance to hear from commuter assistants, OLA team members, resident assistants, scholastic assistants, and transfer scholastic assistants. Lastly, you will see me again, and I will be helping you go through the interview process. I'll be telling you a little bit more about interview dates, logistics, and other items. Like I said previously, feel free to stop this video at any time. The different role descriptions should be bookmarked for you for your convenience. So please feel free to skip ahead, pause the video, take screenshots, do what you need to do to get all this information soaked in. We'll also have some information at the end of these slides, and it will tell you who to direct your questions to. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So a little bit about the timeline and other important dates. The application opens February 20th. You might be watching this video past February 20th, but please know that our applications for the roles open February 20th. The deadline, as I mentioned previously, is March 14th by 11:59 p.m. Please make sure to have your application submitted by that deadline. Once you have submitted your application, we will follow up with an email in regards to interviewing for the role that you applied for. And those interview dates are happening across 4 different days. So we have Thursday, March 16th, Friday, March 17th, Monday, March 20th, and Tuesday, March 21st. There will be different times offered on each of these days, usually between the hours of 9 to 5 p.m. So don't worry if you have class or another commitment. We will do our best to schedule an interview that works best with your schedule. After you go through the application and interview process, we will be sending out decision letters around March 31st. So keep your eye on your USD email for updates once you've gone through the interview process and application. The deadline to accept the role that you applied for and got a decision letter for is Tuesday, April 11th by 11:59 p.m. Once you have solidified yourself into a role, you have accepted it, there will be first part of training on Tuesday, April 18th from 12:30 to 2 p.m. If you are part of the alternate list, meaning that maybe you didn't get accepted to the role, but you got a place on the alternate list, so in case someone drops, you get to take their place. That deadline to drop is Thursday, June 29th by 11:59 p.m. There will also be different trainings for each of the different roles. It's up to the individual teams. So please see the role description for the role you're applying for those specific dates. And then the big orientation weekend, which we call OLA weekend, that you all took part of when you were a first-year student or a new transfer student, that happens from Saturday, August 26th through Tuesday, August 29th. And that is the big kind of event that happens. I'm sure you all remember it. I know I remember when I was part of orientation for my school, but that is when all student leaders will be in action, supporting new students and enjoying all the fun that comes with orientation too. Last but not least, there are several benefits of becoming a student leader that I think are applicable across all the different roles that you'll be hearing about in this video. Here are just some of the few ones that come to mind. As a student leader, you will be working with event planning and executing those events. You'll be able to become a more creative and strategic thinker. You'll practice your written and oral communication skills. You'll also be practicing your interpersonal skills as well, because you'll be working with a lot of different students, families, staff members. We also work on your organization skills. There will be a lot of moving pieces at once, so organization just kind of comes naturally as you go through the role. You'll also work with time management, because as a student leader, you're balancing a lot of different things. You might be involved in more things beyond your student leader role. So you'll definitely work on practicing with time management. You'll also work with your leadership for sure. It's in the name, student leader, but you'll be working with leading a group of new students. You also work with your project and program management, conflict mediation, and crisis response. There'll be a lot of things that kind of pop up out of the blue, and you'll be able to have the skill set to handle those different situations, work through conflict and work through crisis as well. So as you can see, there's a lot of different benefits to becoming a student leader. We're so excited to have you watching this video today, and we hope that you get a lot out of this video and you find the role that you are interested in applying for. Even if you want to apply for multiple roles or all the roles, please feel free to do so. We're just so excited to have you and hope that you'll reach out to us with any information. Now it's time to hear about each of the different roles.
Hi, my name is Yvette Sorezo. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I am a commuter assistant. So essentially, commuter assistants, also known as CAs, work in partnership with the Department of Community and Leadership Development to provide resources and experiences that help commuter students feel a sense of connection and belonging at USD. We also provide outreach and support to new commuter students throughout the pre-arrival, onboarding experience, orientation, and academic year. We also staff the commuter commons in UC 119 with a focus on community building and engagement. And we do this by taking on the responsibility of getting to know our commuter students. We build a line of communication with them and learn how to identify their needs and interests in order to better their experience here at USD as commuter students. We are structured beginning with our commuter students, and from there, our commuter students are able to apply for the role of a commuter assistant. Then right above us are our CLD graduate assistants, and then right above them is our director for community and leadership development. As commuter assistants, we are expected to attend trainings during summer, fall, and spring. We also attend weekly staff meetings that take place on Thursdays during Torero hours. We are also expected to be in communication with our CLD graduate assistants and directors. So just making sure that everyone is well aware of what's going on in the space within our team and our overall community. We also assist with the preparation of orientation, just making sure that is successfully carried out during opening weekend and the spring. Then throughout both semesters, commuter assistants are expected to provide ongoing student outreach and support for their commuter students. So, for example, we make sure they receive a newsletter that we create every week, also hosting one-on-ones with them to check in and making sure that they are well aware of the resources open to them. Lastly, we host programming and events for commuter students, and these events are typically held in UC 119, but they are certainly not limited to that. We are, in fact, encouraged to work with other student organizations and clubs so that commuter students can really understand the different outlets that there are on campus. So, what are the benefits of being a commuter assistant? Well, if you're a commuter assistant, you will be receiving 3 upper division units when you enroll in LEAD 387P. It's a great opportunity to boost your GPA and can be applied to the leadership studies minor should that be something you're interested in, so long as you complete your assignments on time, of course. And it's important to note that these units can be retroactively applied, meaning they can go towards past, present, and future semesters. And this can be beneficial if you are unable to register additional units for a certain semester, but still want to be a commuter assistant. Other benefits that come with being a commuter assistant are the professional development opportunities that will arise for you. So you're going to be networking with a bunch of other students, student leaders, and also USD staff and faculty. Through that, you gain valuable leadership experience that you can carry with you in grad school or your post-grad career, as you're really given a space to explore your strengths and weaknesses and different leadership style roles. And if you're still not convinced, one of the most rewarding and fulfilling aspects of being a community assistant, in my opinion, is that you get the opportunity to build your community here at USD. So not only are you working in a space with the community population, but you're learning about them as a peer, a friend, a student, a family member, and they all bring so much to campus. It's an incredibly diverse and welcoming space to work in, truly. So we wish you the best of luck. Thank you for your time, and we're going to hand it off to the OLA team.
Hello, my name is Johnny Robles. I use she, her pronouns, and I am the OLA team chair for this year. So, the OLA team, they are the behind the scenes magic of opening weekend. We are there to cultivate a well-planned orientation experience for the new Toreros and their families. OLA team plays a crucial role in the logistics of OLA weekend with bag stuffing, directional sign creation, room setup for sessions, and picking up and delivering materials from and to campus partners. So during orientation weekend, you meet with your resident assistants, your scholastic assistants, and your advisors. So we are there to make sure that materials and the room are prepared for your sessions. We also assist with student and parent check-in and hopefully are able to answer any of your questions that you have for us while you move in. OLA team represents the USD community and is expected to work collaboratively with team members, campus partners, students, and the families. We engage with the incoming students as onboarding ambassadors on Instagram, People Grove, and through the Torero circles. The OLA team position is not the same as the welcome team. So the way we are structured, we have the incoming students, then we have OLA team, the first year onboarding coordinator, and the director of student onboarding. So some of the benefits for OLA team is that there is a shorter term position, meaning that if you're worried about the time commitment, shouldn't be too much of a hassle with it being towards the end of the summer at the beginning of fall semester. You get paid in campus cash, $250. If you are living on campus, you can move in early for the training 2 weeks prior to the fall semester. You get to learn event management skills and practice your leadership as an individual and as a team. We get to serve the students and their families and hope that we can welcome them to the USD community the best way we know how. And then you have, the free food that comes with being a student leader at USD. And now I will pass it on over to the resident assistants.
Hi, my name is Kenza, and I'm an RA in the UTAs, and I'm here to talk a little bit more about the resident assistant role. So who are we? We're a department made up of professional full-time staff members and student leaders. We partner with other university departments to continually enhance our facilities, services, and programs in order to provide a safe, inclusive living community and to create learning opportunities that support the holistic group of each resident. So what do RAs do? So as an overview, under the basics, we have getting to know the residents, community building, programming, and creating events, and then also being able to be on duty in the evenings, and of course, policy enforcement. And then some of the behind the scene aspects are staff meetings every Tuesday night. And these are every Tuesday from 7 to 10 p.m. So make sure to keep this time window free as these are required. And then also just one-on-ones with your supervisor that typically happen every other week and usually last about an hour long. And being able to be on duty during breaks and other low occupancy dates. check-ins with your residents, and then various administrative tasks such as weekly reports, program proposals, and evaluations, and incident reports. And then tending to health and safety needs, and then also being able to attend mandatory trainings, which typically occur in August and January, and then workshops sprinkled all throughout the year. And then how are we structured? So there are two basic areas of the department. There's the first year experience, and then there's the upper division second year experience. And then depending where RAs are placed really determines their involvement with the learning living community. And then more information on the LLCs on campus can be found under the residential education tab of the Residential Life webpage. And then community development and programming really varies based on the different areas and the student population that is within them. So just from this quick snapshot of what RAs do, you can clearly tell that it's a big time commitment. And as such, we ask that RAs limit their commitments outside of the position and their own classwork to about 20 hours or less, just because RAs will need to balance their responsibilities and all. So this time limit does include any part-time jobs and any extracurricular activities that you do partake in. And an important note is if you do plan to study abroad or graduate early, make sure to add that to your application. RAs need to be able to commit to the entire academic year. And a great part of the RA role is that you will get to learn from and work with a multitude of departments across campus. And this is just really a great opportunity to build your networking skills, especially within the university itself. And some of our campus connections include all of Res Life, obviously, resident ministers, public safety, the counseling center, fellow student leaders, the career development center, the Center for Health and Wellness Promotion, and of course, campus recreation. And then, so for some additional information, when you apply, you can apply to be considered for a first year area, and this includes Camino and Founders, Maher, Valley A, and Valley B, or as a second year area experience, and this is the Vistas and San Buen apartments. Or if you don't have a preference, you can apply to both of these different areas. And RAs can't serve simultaneously as other leadership positions, which were mentioned throughout this presentation, or as an ASG executive. And a successful background check is required. You must also be in good academic standing at the time of your application. So this means not being on scholastic probation. And our preferred qualification for the selection is a 2.5 cumulative GPA at the end of your spring semester. And of course, if you have any specific GPA questions, please do email studentleader@sandiego.edu. And lastly, you must also be in good conduct standing. So conduct will be consulted during your hiring process. So you may wonder, what are the benefits to being an RA? So there's an RA scholarship that covers your room fees and also provides a dining subsidy that varies between each area placement. So the first year experience, RAs will live in a private room within a first year traditional residence hall, and will also receive $2,500 in dining dollars each semester. And then the second year experience RAs will live in either a private or a shared apartment, obviously with another RA, and will receive $1,500 in dining dollars each semester. And one important note is the RA scholarship may impact your financial aid, especially if you receive the USD grant. So please consult with the financial aid office if you are offered the RA position. And that covers everything that I have about resident assistants, and I'll hand it over to the scholastic assistants.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Nava Ashragi. I'm a third-year student here at USD and the incoming scholastic chair for the 2022 to 23 academic year, which means that my job is to help lead our scholastic assistant program. And actually, before beginning this role, I was and I'm still currently serving as the facilitating scholastic assistant for the Illuminate LLC, and I've loved my experience in this program for the past 2 years, and that's why I'm so excited to help recruit next year's cohort. So let's talk a little bit more about this role. A little more about who we are. Scholastic Assistants work with USD's FYE, or First Year Experience program. And a pivotal part of FYE is the LLC, or Living Learning Community. The incoming first year students are not the only ones who benefit from this peer mentorship program, which means that as essays, we gain valuable skills such as leadership, group facilitation, conflict resolution, all of these things that we can carry with us into future careers or graduate school. And each essay is paired with an LLC faculty member to oversee academic and social events for a particular LLC course. So essays are expected to support their mentees in their overall academic and social transition, and also create a network of support for first-year students by collaborating with campus partners. So this includes resident assistants, commuter assistants, and of course, LLC faculty. So our structure consists of essays and LLC courses being paired to a theme, and each LLC theme is centered around a way that students can engage in change making. So the LLC includes the Scholastic Assistant program, which includes the positions shown in the second bullet point right there, the LLC course and academic experience, the residential life experience, and so as a whole, we are working as part of the Learning Communities Office to act as a collective resource to our first year students. Essays, which we already explained, are the direct connection to the fantastic first year students and their LLC faculty. So each first year LLC class has an essay attached to it, and then the essay helps this group of students throughout their entire first year at USD. So together with LLC faculty advisors and other student leaders, essays will establish a support system for first year students during the fall and spring semesters to create a successful educational and developmental experience. So let's briefly go over some of the responsibilities that we would ask of you. We'd ask that you would attend and participate in all trainings, workshops, and any all essay group meetings. We'd also ask that you'd be in communication with your LLC class once you get the roster in the summer. You'd be an orientation leader, remain connected to and communicate with your students, LLC faculty advisor, and LLC team throughout the year. This includes conducting one-on-ones with each of your students during the semester just to check on how their transition is going and get to know each of them a little bit better. You'd also host events for your class and assist with LLC events, and then complete any assignments required in the Leadership 387P or Honors 497 course, so you can get your credit. And then we also ask that you understand that this role requires student leaders to return early from summer and potentially intersession breaks for training. We work really hard to make those interactive and worthwhile for you, so just take note of that. And then, of course, this is not a comprehensive list of all responsibilities, so please do go look over the role description before you apply, just in case you have any more questions or want to look for more details. All right, some additional information. Please note that essays cannot currently serve simultaneously as other leadership positions given in this presentation or the ASG Executive Board. So, for example, an essay can't also be on ASG Exec or be an RA at the same time. We do have a minimum cumulative GPA requirement of 2.67 and do ask that you are in good academic standing at the time of application, so not on scholastic probation. And if you have specific GPA questions, you can always email me at nshragi@sandiego.edu. I'm always willing to help, so just ask. Additionally, please note that grade checks will be conducted during the interview process and also when spring semester closes. This also applies to conduct checks that will be ran during the hiring process. But if there's an issue with good conduct standing, please note that we take a restorative model when considering candidates. Again, ask me questions anytime if you want to learn more. As a reminder, if you're applying to the essay role on the application, we do ask that you submit a copy of your unofficial transcript. Unofficial transcripts don't show us your professors, so if you can download as a PDF and write in your professors next to the classes, that really helps us during the selection process to match candidates to LLC courses and their professors. And also, please note that students who came in as first years can apply to be Scholastic Assistants. But if you're a transfer, we have a great opportunity for you that will be the presentation right after mine. Okay, what do you get out of this role? So essays who successfully complete the full year will be awarded 3 units. 2 will be awarded in the fall and 1 will be awarded in the spring. But note that this is flexible, and these units can be added to past, current, and future semesters depending on what you need. SAs who choose will be enrolled in Leadership 387P through the SOLS program. This is a great course and a great opportunity to boost your GPA because it is graded. So this course can also be applied to the leadership minor through SOLS. If you decide to take the Honors 497 route, this is again still a graded course, great way to add units towards honors and upper division graduation requirements. And just a quick note, if you complete your assignments on time, it's really likely that you're going to get an A. 98% of our essays from the fall got A's, and it's just a great way to boost your GPA. Essays will also get a chance to move in early for fall training during those 2 weeks leading up to opening weekend. And otherwise, this role is a great chance for you to develop as a leader. You'll get personal experiences and trainings and workshops that we work really hard to make beneficial for you. And some of the students that I was assigned my first year as an SA became SAs themselves. I've gotten to see them grow in their roles, and I can't tell you how amazing that feels. And finally, you'll be in really good contact with campus resources, which gives you an opportunity to network with organizations that you might have interest in. So that's it for our presentation for Scholastic Assistants. Again, you can email me at nshragi@sandiego.edu at any time. And without further ado, we're so excited to talk to you about the Transfer Scholastic Assistant Program.
Hi everyone, it's Bree. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Transfer Scholastic Assistant role. So who are we? TSAs are paired with a TLC faculty member to oversee any academic and social events for a particular transfer learning community or TLC course. They support new transfer students in their assigned course in their academic and social transition. They create a network of support for transfer students by collaborating with campus partners and the TLC faculty. Only students who have come in as transfers can apply to be a TSA. How are we structured? There are a variety of positions we are recruiting for as part of the TSA program. We will start from the bottom of the flowchart so that you can determine which roles you are interested in applying for. First, the TSA role, or the Transfer Scholastic Assistant, serves as a mentor for incoming transfer students. The TSA is assigned a particular transfer learning community course and collaborates with the course faculty member. This role is a one-semester commitment, but they can be asked back for the spring to serve a second semester. Next is the Transfer Chair role. The transfer chair serves as a student employee, and they work closely with the Associates Director of the Learning Communities in planning trainings, recruitment, and selection, and team building activities for the TSAs. The transfer chair is someone who helps communicate between the TSAs and the Learning Communities office, as they work closely with and serves as a resource and a mentor for the TSA. The transfer chair does not typically serve as a TSA themselves during this time, and therefore does not work directly with the incoming transfer students. The transfer chair role is also a year-long commitment, which would be from April 2023 to May 2024. All TSAs, faculty, and TLC courses are connected to the Engage theme, which is a change-making verb that focuses on solidarity and equitable participation in civil service life. The TSA works with a TLC faculty to establish a support system for transfer students and helps create a successful education and developmental experience. The expectations are to attend spring training in preparation for the role in the fall, including TSA and LC trainings. Attend fall trainings, which requires availability through the summer in August, and for opening weekend or orientation. They also must be in communication with the TLC classes over the summer through various mediums, and you must continuously communicate with your TLC class through the semester. Participate in opening weekend and communicate with your TLC faculty and transfer chair throughout the semester. This includes discussing activities to do with the class and discussing how the students' transition to USD is going in order to identify any of them needing special attention. You also will work with faculty to host course-specific events for your class and require them to make individual contact and attend or assist in all TLC-wide events, social and academic. If you're interested and selected to continue as a TSA in the spring, you will also be expected to attend a refresher training and assist in spring orientation. Spring TSAs also have the expectation to repeat the above expectations with their new spring TLC course. Other opportunities might arise over the summer, which you'll find out more about later. What are the benefits? So when you become a TSA, you will get 2 units in the fall and 1 unit in the spring, and it will count as an upper division credit. You can also apply an honors credit if applicable per semester. You will also receive $250 campus cash in the fall and $200 campus cash if you return in the spring semester. You will gain professional development opportunities, networking among community resources, leadership experience towards graduate schools and post-grad careers, and you will also build your community here at USD. A little more about the transfer chair role. This role has set times that you work weekly in the office, and you help plan orientation and trainings. You work very closely with the LLC and the TLC team. You will collaborate on learning communities projects, attend meetings, and help your TSAs throughout the semester by being a mentor to them. You will ultimately be answering questions and giving your experience as a TSA to the new coming in TSAs and help guide them throughout their experience and their process. You will also be someone who communicates between the TSAs and the Learning Communities Office. So you will ultimately be that bridge to help the community maintain a strong sense of leadership and support, and just kind of be there to assist in any way needed on either side. The benefits of this role include getting a work service scholarship, and that's per semester. And you also have an hourly wage, which is $16.30 right now. And that is given while you're working in the office doing any kind of administrative work. You will also gain professional development opportunities, networking, leadership experience, and you're also a part of building your community here at USD. Hello, everyone. It's me again. I hope that you heard a lot of great information from all of our different student leader roles. Now, before we end the video, I want to tell you just a little bit about the interview process and what to expect. So this will happen after you filled out your application. You'll be hearing from someone from the student leader recruitment selection team, and we'll be helping you get signed up for an interview. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, just want to reiterate, the interview days are March 16th, March 17th, March 20th, and March 21st. So Thursday, Friday, and then the following Monday and Tuesday. And as I mentioned previously, these interviews will be happening on these days pretty much from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So even if you have other commitments or class, please do not stress. We will make it work with your schedule, and we will find a time that works for you. Interviewers for each role will vary, so it's likely that you'll be interviewed by a combination of USD staff members and current student leaders. There's usually 2 interviewers in each interview, plus you, who is the applicant for the student leader role, whichever one that might be. But we are all very understanding, and we try to make it a comfortable environment. So please feel free to be yourself and try not to stress too much about the interview. We want to make it a good opportunity for you to really talk about yourself and your leadership capabilities too. There will be no dress code, so please wear whatever you feel comfortable in, whatever that might be. And also more interview details are coming soon. So please keep checking your USD email for updates. That is where you'll be getting updates on your interview. So please feel free to reach out with any questions. If you do have questions, please email us at studentleader@sandiego.edu. We will be checking that regularly. and we will do our best to answer those questions for you. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope that you got a lot out of it. Once again, we're so excited to have you apply for the various student leader roles. Please do not hesitate to reach out to us if you need any support or have any questions. Have a wonderful rest of your day.